the Football Pod on Off the Ball in partnership with AIB, proud supporters of the AIB All-Ireland Club Championships for men's football, hurling, ladies football and camogie, because we believe support is what gets you the life you're truly after.
Well, how's it going? And you're very welcome along to the Football Pod. It is Monday, the 8th of December. Paddy and James, how are you both doing?
Fantastic, Tom. How are you?
Superb. What a game of football we were treated to yesterday. And how shameful it is that we have to go to a refereeing decision right at the end of the game to talk about it, because there was so much good stuff that happened.
Are we starting at that point? Like what a game before that. Stephen Sherlock, 16 points, doing one of the great things, having to pick up the man of the match interview, having lost. Oh Jesus. It was what a game. Like, we weren't really expecting that, lads, were we? A game of that quality this time.
I thought it would be way more tentative. Like, it was a savage game, like, very entertaining. Both teams going for it. Actually, the brand of football the Finbars played, I thought, was outstanding. I did not think they were going to come with that free-flowing, like, brilliant play. Like, I thought, definitely for the first 40 minutes, I thought they were outstanding. Like, they were playing a great brand of football. Obviously, the wind, we weren't sure how the wind was on telly, but I think it was stronger than we realised. I think the
Tommy, you were there. It didn't look that bad on the telly. There must have been, like, because
it didn't look that bad. I grabbed Mikey. I didn't record it, but I had a quick chat with Mikey Geaney after the game, and I just said, "Jesus, fair play. You got your paws on a lot of ball, and you came in." I said, "What was the wind like?" He goes, "Sitting on the sideline, you didn't realise it. In the middle of the field, you couldn't get over how strong it was.
Really?
Far stronger, and you actually copped it. And even, like, do you remember Sherlock's 2-point free that I don't know how was a 2-point free? I think it actually should have been a 1-point free. Now, the referee did say it was for 2
in the second half.
In the second, against the
wind. Unbelievable kick. Oh, my God. What a kick.
Reckless stuff.
But hey, the 45. At the 45-metre free that he hit off the deck. And
why did he go off the deck when he was absolutely... Because that's it. See, we don't know what the wind. It obviously felt a lot stronger. And kicking off the ground against the wind is an awful lot easier than kicking off the hands against the wind.
Yeah.
So maybe...
But that was an easier kick than the one he got at the start. The one he got at the start of the second half was incredible.
I think he's in flow state, lads, I think, at that stage, because there was no chance he was missing that free from the corner. It was just...
You know, his point from play off his left leg in the first half as well was absolutely phenomenal. Because he just kicked a couple with the right, and you're thinking, how can he make this even better? Off the left from a tight angle after a couple of 1-2s. It was a brilliant display by Sherlock. I thought he was outstanding.
I thought he was running out of puff when he went down the line there. For that, yeah. It was like, he doesn't, because he just had a big play beforehand. Tom Sullivan was coming across to him. I think Tom Sullivan was kind of going, grand, he's not going anywhere here, and he swings to the left at it. And it's just one of those periods where you just go, anything he touches is going over the black spot. So, but like, Thurles is such a big field, lads, as we know, and it's December, like, wet, size 5 O'Neills. That ball ain't flying as far or as true as it does in June or July in the summer, and in Croker with the good weather. So, like, the kicking, Carrageeney's free as well. Like, they're all in-step. You know, nearly 50-metre kicks. Like, Dingle-Barrs with the outside of his right. It was... the
bottle from Dingle-Barrs.
That's what I mean. It was incredible play across the board. And you said it, Jimmy. The Bars were so dominant around the middle. You know, Maguire and Hayes. And then they controlled the game. Dingle, to be fair to them, were just hanging in there. They were just... Paul Geaney, you would remember the games like this, Jimmy, where he clearly had the better of his man. And he was getting loads of possessions, but it wasn't really converting into scores for him.
Yeah, he got a couple of balls out in the corner and things.
And it's like, or like he'd slip, or the ball, and someone would get a finger on it. And it was just like, and another day, if he got that many possessions, he could have had about 210.
Yeah.
And you just thought, are Dingle going to run out of puff here? And the Bars have done enough building up that lead. And then we get to the refereeing decisions. But what a game of football from the two teams. Jesus, it was that's spectacularly entertaining.
That's the thing with Dingle, I think, Paddy. They have this ability to create goal chances. Because Geaney, his life is goals. It's like every time he got it. Do you remember he obviously hits the crossbar, he gets blocked out, which we'll probably get into. He gets the goal. But the one that he gave to he tried to pick out Conor-Geaney when he gets the
brilliant
hip
pass.
injury.
Yeah,
But
Clipped across the head.
as he's catching it, he's scanning, and he's come down. He's gotten a bang, and he's still looking for the exquisite pass. Like he was a step above. I know he didn't not as much convert as maybe he would usually, but like when you have that
the
threat
threat.
inside, you can
1-2.
go. You
Did
can
he get
go very
1-2?
far.
Yeah.
1-2.
He got 1-2, but I think it's that threat, like even the feeling of the threat, and like it was funny, lads. I don't know how you felt watching it at home, but the speed of the Barrs attack, they were relentless. Like they had so many shots, and they just kept creating stuff. And Dingle in the first half, first couple of plays, you were like, oh, look at how maybe over elaborate they are here. They're taking their time. They're bringing everyone in. There was nobody in the arc. The first 3 points came from little punch kick passes into the space in the arc.
Classic Kerry, the little pop pass to the D.
They tried to slow the game down when the Barrs got on that run in the first half. And that's kind of when I was like, Jesus, the wind must be pretty strong here. They tried to slow it down, but it didn't actually really suit their style of play. When they get the goal, James, Sherlock is after putting them, the Finbars, 8 points to 4 ahead. And they're on top in midfield. They're after winning 4 Dingle long kickouts in a row. And Mark O'Connor wrestles his way in to breaking a ball down to Dingle-Geaney. Dingle-Geaney kicks one kick past to Paul Geaney, and all of a sudden, bang, beats his man back at the net. And then once again, in injury time, Sherlock has kicked that point off his left that Paddy's talking about. Quick move down the field. Geaney from nothing smashes the crossbar, and they go in. Was it 5 points down at the break?
5 down. If he gets it 1-on-1, particularly in club level, and that's what we've seen again over the course of the week. I've seen the Leinster Club Final as well. They're the inter-county lads, as you'd expect, they're a step above at this level. Like Geaney's dangerous inter-county game, with these rules, and he just felt anytime he got the ball yesterday, he's something has got to happen here. He's so dangerous. Even that we'll get to the foot block gate. The way that ball is kicked in and he just judges the flight of it, you're like, he's definitely going to win this. He just had the flight of it and he's going to score a goal off it, and he very nearly did. So,
I think the both teams defensively will be unhappy with how they fared out. Like Dingle didn't get a hold of Sherlock at all, and I think they gave him maybe. Did he get 9 points from frees? Maybe something along those lines.
He got
16 in total.
7 from play. He got 16 points from 14.
So he got nine frees. Like that's an awful lot in a big game to be given a fella of that ability, those kicking chances. And as well, I think that the Barrs got their matchup on Paul Geaney wrong. Like for his goal, it's a great bit of play with the swivel hips. But I mean, I think it's Ryan, the defender, that he just collapses because he looks at the hips rather than the ball, and Geaney just takes him. But yeah, I think defensively both teams will be a bit concerned. Like Dingle need to definitely tighten up the middle of the field, because the Barrs, that powerful running, like Ballyboden are going to be doing the exact same thing down the middle of that field.
It's worrying for them. We see Ballyboden on Saturday night in Crow Park, like it's their USP for Ballyboden, that athleticism, power, classic like Dublin club. They're one of the right at the forefront of that over the last number of years. Dingle need to get a handle on that if they're not like it was really a better matchup, the Barrs against Bowden, with their physicality, with their midfield, but back to yesterday, you're right. Like, you know how accurate Sherlock is. Like, he shows that with Cork when he gets his opportunity as well. It just felt like he had too much space. Like okay, the left-footed score is exceptional because he works it. He kind of gets in and around. He gets on the end of things. But a lot of his scores were around the arc on the loop, and they're going like, this guy he's made for this. And I get the rules and 2-pointers, and there's a bit of a breeze. But if you're the Dingle defence, you can't be coming off there going, one guy has scored 16 points against us. That is. They live to fight another day, and Sherlock was outstanding. Could have been even more. But I agree with you, Jimmy. There's probably a little bit to be going, we need to tighten up on that for an All-Ireland semi-final.
It's pretty hard to man-mark a fella at 11, right? Especially when he has that range of kicking. Or is it? Like, should it be easier? Do you just tag him a la Myler on Paddy in the All-Ireland semi-final?
If he's that important. 100%. If he's that important, which he is, of course you do. Yeah, it doesn't matter where he's playing.
If he's worth 16 points I mean, like, it's not like he's worth 3 or 4.
Fuck's sake, like.
16.
But my point is it not easier to man mark a fella inside? Like, it's a different kettle of fish marking a fella in the half forward line.
It depends on your system,
No, I
but
don't think so.
yeah, you can still tag him out there. Definitely tag him out there. Now, if you're playing a holding
You
centre
need
back,
to be.
obviously you have a decision to
Need
make.
to be a
but I
bit
mean,
nasty, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he
But,
just
like,
had so much space for all those points. You can just picture him.
But still, unbelievable
space.
spinners. Like saying Thurles. I used to take a Thurles. The weight of that size 5 O'Neills in mid-December.
The spongy
and he
soft
was
sauce.
just sailing them over. It was
gorgeous.
one part of a brilliant, brilliant game. Like,
Yeah.
But the game comes down to Dingle-Barrs deciding I'm not going down without a fight here. Like the cojones he showed, like that 2-pointer that he got to bring him back
Outside of the
to
right.
1. I mean,
59th minute.
What a score.
Big play.
If that doesn't go over, they're gone. Like, for him to even take that on, the responsibility, he just says, no, I'm taking this on, I'm going to get this 2-pointer. And then obviously it comes down to that free, which we have to talk about. Like, I don't like it deciding the game.
is this it? Are we getting into the free?
We have to
get
get into the free.
here?
I mean, the free is a huge
Jimmy,
talking
what are
about.
your
Decides
thoughts
the
on the
game.
free?
I think
do you
they
think
would do
of
unbelievable to turn them over. Unbelievable to turn them over. Great tackling.
Yeah.
Oh, what a time. And they need to come down and get a point. I know what Tommy's going to say about him picking up the ball. He shouldn't have picked up the ball. But it's not like he throws it away. He's kind of just handed it back. And Dingle are always going to make a big deal of it and try and get the ball brought
I don't
up.
even think they do, Jimmy, do they? I don't think Dingle are like being shithouses there. Like,
yeah. I mean, for it to be brought up to there to win the Munster final, and it was an unbelievable kick by Conor-Geaney. Like, again, at that stage in the game, his legs like jelly, tired, nerves wrecked, and to still strike it like that, phenomenal. But if he had to pick anywhere on the field to kick a 2-pointer from, it was that spot.
Yeah.
Do you know? So for it to be brought up to there, I did think it was harsh, and obviously I'm Kerry fan, Dingle fan on the day. I was delighted, but for it to be decided on that, I thought was heartbreaking for them.
Amico, you're by the letter of the law here. Like, you were like adamant this was the right thing.
I'm not really letter of the law, lads, because I couldn't even tell you what a bloody foot block is, right? So I'm not letter of the law, but I can tell you that I'm fully up to fay with the current rule book, and certainly from playing it this year and being coached and being paranoid and being terrified of being somebody who gets done for something like that. James and Paddy, I'm not like, it absolutely is harsh. It's cruel. It's horrible. But it's the bloody rules we've been playing all year. Like, and
But does he throw the ball away? No. Does he not give the ball away? No.
James, I haven't once said he threw the ball away, and I don't want us to get into a tit for tat.
No, let's get in for a tit for tat here.
Over the years, where
tit for tat here
picks up the wrong thing. He isn't the person who fouls the ball, right? He isn't the fouler. Okay, like, he shouldn't have had to have the ball in his hands. Like, I think it's innocent, but I also think we all know how to look innocent and act innocent on a Gaelic football field. And
so is the rule the problem here, Tommy? Is that what we're saying?
Like, but
if the referee has applied to the letter of the law,
we can absolutely say, right? We can absolutely say the rule is the problem. We can absolutely say it's too punitive.
Punishment doesn't fit the crime here.
We can say that, right? We can say that. But what are we trying to do here? Okay, like, has the principle of the rule for 65 minutes of the game cleaned up cynicism in Gaelic football? Yes. Does the solo and go speed up the game? Yes. Does the lack of dissent now in Gaelic football, has it totally transformed it? Like, if you exhibit a bit of dissent to the referee, ball has moved forward, it's totally changed the game. So there's
no cynicism in this specific incident.
Yeah. But I don't think he's being a shithouse here. Like,
James,
but I agree with you,
and
Tommy. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
No, I get you. I totally get you as well, lads. And I don't want to come across like I'm a stickler for the rules, right? But my instinct watching it live, I was right above it. Whether it's 50-50, whether Maguire overcarries it or O'Connor sort of AFL style wrestling to the ground, that's whatever. That's separate.
No, I didn't think that was free.
That was great tackling. I mean, the game.
I thought that was all right. I thought that was all right. I thought that was all right.
So there, we're split. We're split on it. Hold on, let me just finish. We're split on a tackle, right? The whistle is blown and the ball spills out. Whether or not you think that he meant to do it, there are seconds left on the clock. By picking the ball up, Dingle can't solo and go. Dingle can't take a quick free. It's slowed down by virtue of that. And then obviously there's a coming together, and it's very unfortunate, it's very unlucky, and the referee makes his call to move the ball forward, which he had done, by the way, 3 minutes prior, when the Barrs were trying to come out of defence. Dingle had a high press on, a free was given against Dingle. Mark O'Connor and Tom Sullivan, they barely laid a paw. They barely brushed his shoulder, but they sort of impeded his solo and go, and the ball is brought forward 50 yards. Stephen Sherlock has a 2-point free off the deck that trails wide. That could have killed the game.
Yeah.
If he kicks that, remember at the time, Ian Maguire has a little word and just thought, if he gets this, that is it.
The only mistake that the Barrs made, the only mistake that the Barrs made was once the ball was brought forward, that somebody didn't go nuts at the referee and get it brought forward another 50 metres and for a 13-metre free.
Can you do a 100-metre penalty, can you?
Because then Kilcoo-Scotstown would have had a serious decision to make to take the one and draw the game or come back for two. But can you bring it forward twice, 50?
Yeah, you can.
So, but lads, if you remember when this was brought in back in, January or February, we did say this at the time. We imagine this was the All-Ireland final, and that this was an issue. And I think that was more around when frees are brought up and then players are bringing it back outside the arc for a 2-pointer. That rule has changed, hasn't it? We're right in saying that, Tommy?
No, if the ball is brought forward, you can bring it outside the arc.
Is that still brought forward?
It is, yeah. If the ball is brought forward, you can bring it back outside the arc. It's the only time you can bring a free outside the arc is if it's brought forward into the arc. Yeah. But I don't know, that'd be a very interesting
it's unbelievably harsh because, as you said, Jimmy, I don't think he's actually being a shithouse here. But your points, Tommy, are well made, to be fair to you.
Try and tell Twitter.
Twitter's obviously the place for rational discourse.
No, I'm only joking. Look,
but it was. Do you know what I would say? And I said it in the WhatsApp yesterday. Before that, I thought the foot block on Paul Geaney was the most stonewall foot block, literally the definition in the rule book.
I don't think it is.
And that puts Geaney is going to score that goal there. And that's going to put Dingle a point up, with 56, 57 minutes on the clock. So you could say it kind of evens out, goes out for the 45. Look, it's a brilliant last-ditch attempt from the Barrs defender, but like Conor Gormley back to 2003 All-Ireland final. Remember that block? But it was the replays. It was an absolute stonewall foot block. He lunges with his foot outstretched. Again, he called for it. He called your buddies into question, Jimmy, the umpires who were standing there 3 yards away from it, who don't call it, just give the 45. Dingle missed that, so
they were
you felt that probably went in the Barrs' favour. But it's a brilliant kick. See the Munster GAA's clip on social media today. They have the behind footage of Conor Geaney's kick. Black spot. It's go on Munster GAA on Instagram. It sails over. Again, as you said it, Jimmy, the pressure, the fact that it's not to draw, it's to win. And if you miss, you lose. So there's no middle. You've got to nail this kick and it sails over. But for the Barrs, it's a tough one to lose. I tell you, I'll remember this. We played a Leinster Club Final 14 years ago. 2011, and we were level in injury time against Gary Castle, and we were on the attack and we turned it over, and one of their Gary Castle defenders out in the far side, O'Connor Park and Tullamore, just swings the leg at it. He's just fucking clearing the ball, and one of our lads, oh my God, comes in about 4 seconds late with a hero shoulder to this fella, and the referee gives a free from where the ball lands down the other end of the pitch, and Desi Dolan steps up and kicks it over the bar, and the ref blows the whistle, and we lose by a point. Now we've no one to blame; it was our own fault, but we never got back. We never got back to that position, and you see the reaction of the Finbarrs players yesterday. Will they ever be in that position again? This one's a bit more clear cut. You could say it's maybe their own fault, but it's so harsh. And as you can see from me, 14 years later, I'm clearly over that defeat. Fucking Desi Dolan. It was a great score by him, but Jesus, I'll never forget that. I'll never forget it.
That is a tough one, but in the Barrs Dingle game, I think the Barrs had chances, and
They did.
When you have your purple
They did.
patches, when you have your chances, you need to convert because it gives the opposition so much energy and so much wind if you're missing chances. It's like they're not putting us away. We're still in this. And for Dingle to hang in there, hang in there, hang in there, show that mental strength, decide, and then for Dylan to decide today's my day. I am stepping up here. I just thought that was inspirational. I thought it was class. And like I still think the Barrs probably played the better football, but the fact that Dingle did everything right down the stretch and it got those unbelievable scores, you have to say they deserved it in the end. And all credit to them.
It was that, Jimmy, wasn't it? You just felt like if it was one more punch and Dingle were gone, like that's what we said I think it's the play before this. The Barrs number 10, the wing forward, is in the D with a shot to kill it. Sherlock's 45-metre free to kill it. The couple of possessions, just trying to manage possession. Like the Barrs had it in their hands and they did so much right throughout that game. But again, you just come back to Dingle. When the shit hit the fan, not just Dingle-Geaney, but the big plays down the stretch, they're the guys who executed it. To get the ball back, create that situation where the free is brought forward, and then to nail the free, it was as neutrals, it was absolutely spectacular. What a game to watch at this time of year, and for heartbreak for the Barrs, but for Dingle, what a victory! What a fucking victory!
Doesn't it prove as well? There's 2 games. There's the first 55, and then there's the last 10. Like, all you got to do is set yourself up to be in with a chance.
Just be there.
And then it comes down to what's in there, what's in the stomach. And do you have the skill levels? And Dingle had so much skill in the Geaneys. They had so much there to rely on and to dig it out then. But they just gave themselves that chance in the last 10.
It's such fine lines though, lads. Like, we talk about Sherlock's 16 points. I thought his biggest intervention watching live was the interception in the corner on one of the Geaneys.
Our side, yeah.
And like the Barrs have
that's the shot they miss, isn't it? They win it back, and that's
Buckley,
the miss.
Buckley puts it wide, and like Brian Hayes is right behind it. Brian Hayes is celebrating. He's sure it must have just trailed wide at the last second.
And the shot was on. He's just he just pulled it like.
And then next thing, it's a short kick out, but Dingle turn it over again right before the Maguire. Like, one of you says it's over carrying, the other one says it's a foul for the free. The other way.
No. I think we're in agreement on that.
No, I don't.
I didn't think it was a free.
James did. James thought it was a free to Maguire.
When?
Oh, me, sorry, I got it wrong. I thought you were both on different sides. But did somebody say that it was the actual definition? Kieran Doolan's unbelievable block for the Barrs. Who said it's the literal definition from the rule book?
Me, because I've clearly read the rule book.
Do you want to hear the actual rule?
Does this say whatever he did is not a foot block?
Yeah.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Rule aggressive fouls 5.1. To block and by the way, I'm not a fan of this rule at all. But to block or attempt to block with the boot when an opponent is kicking the ball from his hands.
That's what he's trying to do.
That's exactly what happened.
That's literally what he does. He lunges, his leg is at full stretch. His leg is a full stretch to block this.
It hits him in the
his arms are by his side.
Hits him in the lead, G. That's where it hits him.
Whether that hits him
he's
the ankle
literally
or the thigh, he still stuck his leg out. It's the
stretch with his leg to block this. Like.
Okay, look, I'm never going to be a referee anyway. Jesus Christ.
No, it's a foot block.
Yeah.
And again, that would be the talking point.
Fair
if
enough.
What happened didn't happen. That would be such a big decision. But again, I think your umpire needs to help out the ref there because the defender is running straight at the umpire. He's stuck out his leg, and the umpire hasn't called
like 3
it.
yards away. But even Geaney's kind of just going like, "What's the story here? Like, this is Stonewall foot block." I thought he could have made more, but anyway, he was in shock.
I think the umpires have to be really, really tuned in, like at this stage of the year, because the ref needs help. There's so much going on. There's so much passion. There's so much energy in the ground. The umpire needs to be able to help out the ref there.
You know what, lads? We're going to see more of the same on Sunday. Scotstown and Kilcoo, like that. This Ulster Club Final, we can call it right now, is going to go down to the last 2 or 3 minutes again. And 2 teams who have been on the road a long time. You're talking about teams that will have the nous and the know how to manage those situations. I think we're going to see that on Sunday. I think it might be a lot cagier, I would presume, than what we seen in Temple Stadium yesterday, and definitely than what we seen in Croke Park in the Leinster final on Saturday night. But you both said it, at the margins, club championship at this stage, it's right to the wire.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. James, have you any colleagues from West Kerry?
How do you mean colleagues?
Like people that didn't show up to work this morning, because Gaeltacht won the Munster Intermediate title as well.
No, I don't actually. I'm sure they had the time booked off in plenty time.
A week. They'll be back in January.
Gaeltacht beat us by a point. Yeah, so they'll be strong. They'll be hard to beat. But do you know, in the senior, in the last 20 years, right, the Munster team has lost the All-Ireland semi-final 15 times.
Wow.
So like Munster's not the strongest from here on, do you know?
In
so
senior.
Dingle can kind of play at senior level, yeah. Dingle can kind of play on that. We're the underdogs, we're going up here, we've a couple of things to improve on. And I think even Conor-Geaney said it in his interview. He was saying we're in pure bonus territory. That's the way, that's a great way to go into a semi-final. You know, shackles off, no pressure. Look what we've done already this year. Let's go out and see what we can do. But Boden are going to be very, very strong. So it's going to be Boden and Dingle, and then
Bridget's against the winner of Sunday
against Kilcoo-Scotstown.
Yeah.
Paddy, it's strong. And the amount of teams that have gone, and it's still so strong, do you know?
Yeah. Still so strong, exactly. But it's top of the pops at the minute. Paddy, like Ballyboden, 218 to 114 win against the tie. Like there's 7 points in that. It was a bit more than that on the day. I thought across the board, like Ballyboden were very, very impressive. Very impressed with Paddy Dunleavy. Long, stringy, obviously involved with the hurler, scores a goal, but very athletic, very powerful. Looks like somebody
Ballyboden are like.
If Ger Brennan and one of his 12 scouts were watching this game, I'm sure Paddy Dunleavy might have stood out. But like, you look at that attack as well. Like Dara Sweeney's been doing loads of scoring for them throughout. But like Ryan O'Dwyer is really impressive. You've got Ross McGarry, the Basquels, obviously, who we know with the Dubs. Like, there's a lot of quality there.
Yeah, but like Ross McGarry's been out with Dublin for the last 4 years. So Alex Gavin around the middle. You know, Kerry obviously one of Galway's best players around the middle third. Like Ballyboden, this is a classic Dublin club situation we've seen over the last number of years. We've seen it with Kilmacud Crokes when they were dominant. We've seen it with Coola and last year's All-Ireland win. There's 15 players or 18 players, whatever 15 players are on the pitch, they're all of a certain physique, athleticism, powerful, and it's such an advantage at club level. And particularly you put them into Croke Park. Athy have had a brilliant year, kind of upsetting Naas. We've seen them doing probably this to Summerhill a couple of weeks ago in Collins Park. But you get into Croke Park, that power and athleticism, there's just a baseline. And Ballyboden have been like this for the last decade nearly, where like 1 to 15, they are just, you've got to be strong, fit and fast to deal with them. And the likes of an Alex Gavin or Ross McGarry gets man of the match. You know, that's what 4 or 5 years involved with an inter-county setup does for your athleticism. And it's such a difference at club level. And I mean, you see that. I thought Saturday was just an obvious example of that. And then Croke Park really emphasised that even more because there's more space. It's a bigger field. But for Bowden, it was, they have all of that, and then they've got a little bit of magic with the likes of Colin Basquels, probably along with Paul Mannion and Shane Walsh, and Con, the best forward in the club championship in Dublin for the last decade. You know, he's an all-star in 2023. So again, at this level, you see performances like him or Sherlock for the Bars the following day. They're a cut above. And Kevin Feely was kind of fighting a good fight for a tie between the middle and playing inside as well. It's been a brilliant year for them, you know, winning the Kildare Championship and kind of getting their hands on that trophy. And it's really, as you said, Jimmy, with Dingle, bonus territory for them. But Ballyboden would have been big favourites for that the weekend, and they just showed their strength. And looking ahead to an All-Ireland semi-final against Dingle, you'd have Bowden as favourites on what we've seen as Dingle's kind of fairy tale season so far. If they don't get the grips around that middle third and deal with that power game, now it's not going to be in Croke Park and conditions. There's going to be the first weekend in January, so it could be a complete fucking mud bath as well. But Bowden look just strong, really, really strong all over the pitch. Hard to play.
And you have the Mark O'Connor, you know, conundrum.
Tickets.
Like,
tickets were booked.
are they going to be looking for him back in Geelong, or is he going to be playing? I mean, you're already thinking that maybe Bowden might be strong around the middle, even with Mark O'Connor playing for Dingle. If he's gone, that will be a big blow to Dingle.
And young Nash, who comes on, and Mikey Geaney make a big impact. But have either of them started a knockout game in the last couple of weeks? They probably haven't. Like, the tickets were booked. The two Geaneys told me afterwards that Mark is flying back tomorrow. I was talking to Mark himself, and the tickets are definitely booked for today. The Dingle management afterwards were saying, sure, there's no way we'll get clearance for him to play in the new year. Do you know, we've been doing it on a week-to-week basis. They've been very good to us. He'll be in the middle of his pre-season.
Yeah.
But
all of those. He'll be mad to play, obviously. He'll
Stranger
be
things.
mad to play, but
yeah. James, you probably would have missed Par Warren when he was in with Kerry. I might have been on training panels and stuff, but he played a bit of league football at Kerry in 22 and 23.
Yeah.
He's wing back for Ballyboden. Peter Healy from Antrim
Guinea
in the corner. Yeah, Guinea Gula, okay.
Yeah, very good player. Very, very good ball carrier. Fast. Hamstring problems curtailed his intercounty career. A lot of hamstring issues. Went abroad, and then he's doing well this year now, playing wing back for the boys. So he'll have to be stopped.
The Football Pod is brought to you every week with thanks to AIB, proud sponsors of the Senior Club Championships in ladies football, hurling, camogie, and it obviously supports the pod as well. So we'll be back right after this, looking ahead to the Ulster final next weekend and a few other bits and pieces. We might actually reveal our next episode of the Football Pod Club too, because our episode with Padraic Joyce went down as well, lads. Went down very well. So fair play. We're back right after this. Got a message on Instagram from Rudd's Sport. Morning, Tommy. Hope you're well. I hope that the Clogher versus Tara match gets a mention on the pod. This is the Ulster Junior Football Final. A great travelling crowd, a cracking match in Stewartstown on Saturday night. And as a Tara supporter, I'm so proud of our boys. 13 of the Tara team are London born. 13 of the starting 15 are London born. Gutted to miss out so narrowly. Best of luck to Clogher in the rest of the competition. So that was the Ulster Junior Football Championship Final. Clogher Air Oak of Tyrone beaten Tara Gaelic Football Club of London 211 to 113. So just a point in that one. And yeah, Jesus, that was a really tight one there up in Ulster. James, just a quick one for you. Brian Hayes obviously had a big influence for St. Finbarrs at the weekend. If Brian Hayes now decided, obviously one of the best hurlers in the country, decided he wanted to play for the Cork footballers next year, would you be worried as a Kerry man, seeing how influential he has been for the Bars this year? And he obviously has a Munster football title under his belt from back in 2021, Munster Club Football title. He started underage level for Cork at both hurling and football. But if he could do it, if he could be a dual star, leave him in the corner in the hurling, play him in midfield in the football, he could cause a bit of damage to Kerry.
Absolutely. There was one ball he caught in the first half over Mark O'Connor, which was absolutely unbelievable. And obviously he has the physicality. Like, the hurlers, they're so strong. Like, there's obviously a difference in the strength and conditioning between the hurlers and the footballers, but like,
you
the
watch a lot
hurlers
of
seem
hurling,
to have this massive physique.
He'd be big on the hurling, he would.
I'm not as up to date in the hurling as you are, because obviously we're All-Ireland football champions. But he has a lot of strengths as well in the football. Obviously, he's unbelievable in the air. He's got the legs. He's an eye for a goal, obviously, in both codes, and a point of football. I think he'd be a brilliant dual player, but it's not really feasible, is it? It's not going to happen.
No chance.
But I think, honestly, from what he's shown in the county championship and in the Munster this year, I think he's an outstanding footballer.
Yeah.
And, it's disappointing for Cork to not have access to that kind of a player. No, it does make a difference.
Yeah,
but
quality.
the duel is not going to happen, is it?
No, it's not going to happen. Quality footballer. Stephen Sherlock returning next year for Cork is a big bonus for them as well. Obviously, such a quality footballer. You want to be seeing a fella like that at inter-county level, where possible. Kilcoo-Scotstown. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Just a quick one. We recorded our third episode of the Football Club in the Knoll at the weekend on
Beautiful.
Friday.
Cozy, very cozy.
Really nice. James, you were sitting beside the fire, so you were under a bit of pressure, a bit of heat during the chat itself. But a very enjoyable time. We caught up with two of Dublin's All-Ireland winning stars, their captain Carla Rowe and their superstar AFL Obviously, career in Melbourne as well. Sinead Goldrick, who's been with the Dubs throughout all of their success over the last little while. Really, really enjoyable episode, wasn't it?
It was. I lost every ounce of water out of my body next to that fire. By the end, my mouth...
Your arse was in the fire, Jimmy.
It was a lovely spot, though. A beautiful pub. And the girls were sound, bang on. Great chat. I thought it was one of the more
really good, wasn't it?
To be honest.
Yeah.
Two great stories, and obviously the Dublin story, like the emotion on the field after they got the job done this year. Sometimes, I don't know, obviously winning is brilliant, but sometimes it means a little bit more for different reasons, so we learned a little bit more about that from the two of them. And it was very good of them to take their time out and come out and chat to us as well. So we had a great time. The only thing we were missing, a cozy little pub shut down for us with an open fire. The only thing we were missing were a few pints on Friday evening.
Life gets in the way, lads, isn't it? We're all on the road out of there straight away.
It was grand.
There'll be other days. There'll be other days. But no, it was great. It was. I look forward to that episode coming out now. Yeah, definitely.
I did. I had three cans of Guinness at home watching the toy show after. I was trying to go for a pint in town, but
do you enjoy it?
I did. I enjoyed it.
The two little stars, Keelan and Dylan, they were the kind of stars of the show.
Lads with Keno climbing the thing.
Yeah, two lads were brilliant, though, weren't they?
It's a great show. It's just on very late, lads. Very, very late. 9:30.
Did Hugo stay up for it?
Did he? Fuck. I didn't stay up for it. 9:30. It doesn't finish after midnight. It's for the kids. Come on. You got to put that on at 8.
Do your
8
job.
till... Even 8 till 11 is late.
Yeah.
But no, nearly... am I right in saying nearly 4 million bob raised?
Yeah, seriously.
Some go. Magic.
And yes, CMAT announced that. I'm very jealous of all my buddies from Dunboyne. CMAT turning up to our local in Dunboyne, Brady's at Dunboyne, and performing inside the pub. And the better than that's just class, you know. That was cool. I saw that in a lot of Instagram stories the weekend. Lads, Kilcoo-Scotstown this weekend. Before we go, Paddy, you mentioned earlier it's going to be tense, it's going to be tetchy, but it's going to be a quality game of football as well. It's going to be well worth tuning into. Kilcoo with unbelievable pedigree over the last decade in the competition, All-Ireland winners in recent years, and Scotstown, who have cleaned up in Monaghan in lots of ways, but have just fallen short in Ulster. But
knocking on the door.
Stacked with talent. What way are you sensing this one, Michael?
Like, it's flip of a coin, isn't it? Like there's a case for both teams. Like we said earlier, in comparison to the Munster final yesterday, there's that experience on both sides to try and control and manage that down the stretch. I think it's going to go down to the wire. I'd like Scotstown to win this one. Just their story and the knocking on the door, but then Kilcoo, obviously, they've got to the promised land before. An incredible win a couple of years ago, beating Kilmacud with the last kick of the game to win their All-Ireland. So it's a tough one to call. Look, if it's anywhere near as entertaining and as gripping as what we saw in Thurles yesterday, we will be in for a treat. But I think it's going to be high quality, but it's going to be cagey.
James?
No idea. Absolute toss of a coin. 2 games again. The first 55 or 60 and then injury time. 2 games. It's impossible to call these games. Impossible. When there's so much heart and, reason to play and reason to give your everything. It's impossible to call these games.
Is it on? Is it on in the athletic grounds? Presume. Yeah.
Who are you calling, Tom?
I just think, what's Scotstown?
You're up with it, are you? Are you up with it?
No, I'm not. I'm away. I'm in New York, boys.
Oh, sorry. Start spreading the news. Yeah, very
hopping
good.
on a jet plane on Saturday. So there may be no football pod next week. This is our last football. Oh no, we'll have our episode with the Dublin women's footballers going out next Wednesday. Or Wednesday week. So that'll be our last football pod of Christmas, and we're back then the first Monday of January after the All-Ireland semi-finals. Just to mention, just the Maguires, young Malin and Scotstown. I think they've added a lot. They've got Cess McCarthy back now after injury. He's only playing an impact role. But I think if Scotstown can get over the line, that'll be a hell of a semi-final against St. Bridget's from Roscommon. But the Kilcoo story, the quality of that team, the danger of the Johnstons, the Brannigans, they're just so good. So it's a massive challenge ahead of Scotstown.
They've been around a long time as well, haven't they?
You hardly saw. There's a couple of comebacks at the weekend that were absolutely glorious. Richie Hogan, retired / unretired, came back for Danesford, came off the bench.
Seen the clips, yeah.
Scores a goal, unbelievable goal. Did you see Owen Bradley coming on for Glenillan in the Ulster Intermediate final at the weekend? No?
Goal with his first touch or something like.
1-1 inside 2 minutes. But lads, James, I don't know who your barber is, but if you could show him a photo of Owen Bradley's hair, he's got a little kind of floppy bit up here on his he just kind of
the high fade,
jumps. It's class, but it adds an extra little bit of panache to the corner forward. I think when you're thinking of a corner forward, you've got the flashy boots, you've got maybe a little bit of wrist tape, but I also think a little bit of hair dangling there as well when you shoot or you celebrate. I think it's worth it too. But quality from Owen Bradley, yeah,
nice, especially blow it out of your eyes then after you score.
Yeah,
have an extra angle.
Unbelievable.
His highlights reel as well. His highlight reel at club level. Every time they play, and I go onto Twitter, he scored some outrageous point or goal or the skill levels. He was a great soccer player as I want to.
He's a
he
shooter.
Still is a great soccer player. Yeah, he is silky.
Quality.
What's that word we have?
A maverick?
No, with M, isn't it?
Sugar. He got a bit of sugar.
He's a maverick.
He's a maverick. He is a maverick. Lads, this Sunday, Leinster Intermediate final, Salons against Tubberclare. In the Leinster Junior Football Championship final, it's the Fighting Cocks up against Grange Galvin. And then on Saturday, as we mentioned, Leather Grounds, Kilcoo up against Scotstown. On Sunday, in the LGFA All-Ireland finals, we have got the intermediate Caltracoons up against Knockbride, and the behemoths of the game, Kilkerran-Clonberne, up against St. Ergnut's Moneyglass of Antrim. That's on Saturday, doubleheader. And on Sunday, the junior finalist, Croman, up against Muckalee. So, loads of football to keep an eye on at the weekend. You boys might have to do it without me next week because I'll be away. But I hope you have a lovely build up to Christmas. I'm sure there'll be plenty of Santa visits with the little ones over the next little while.
There is.
Lovely. And all those little bits and pieces. So, everyone else, thanks for tuning in. And well done to all the winners at the weekend. Hard luck to those beaten. Paddy Andrews, James O'Donoghue, we'll talk to you soon.
See you, lads.
Thanks, Tom. Cheers, boys.
Scrap the rules.